All right, example D. This function. All right, if I were going to begin with domain, I would first look at what can I, not equal in the denominator here. What can I not, I can't divide by 0, so I need to factor this. Let's take that away. And so to factor, I'm going to use X method for this trinomial. And so factors of 10 that add up to 7 is what I'm looking for, which would be 5 and 2. 5 times 2 adds to be 7. 5 times 2 multiplied to be 10. 5 plus 2 adds to be 7. It's 5 and 2. So I'm going to split my 8 terms power. So it's going to become x plus 5 times x plus 2, which I can now figure out in the domain. I could not divide by, you're not allowed to divide by 0, so if x is negative 5, I have a problem. If x is negative 2, I have a problem. But x could be all other real values. Now to figure out if they're wholes or vertical asymptotes, I would now need to factor the numerator. So again, I have another trinomial, so I'm going to do X method. I'm now looking for factors of negative 20, that add up to be 1. So with 20, there's 1 and 20, 2 and 10, there's 4 and 5. I'm going to use 4 and 5. And to make it be a 1, it has to be negative 4. So 5 minus 4, or you think of negative 4 plus 5. So I'll write that out. X minus 4, split my x term power, and x plus 5. Now, looking at it in factored form, I can realize I can remove the x plus 5 factor. So that means I have a hole when x equals negative 5. I have a hole. So to find the exact coordinate, what I do is I plug in a negative 5 into the remaining portion of the problem. So it would be a negative 5 minus 4 over a negative 5 plus 2. I just plug that value in, negative 5, into the simplified form, which would just be x minus 4 over x plus 2. That's all I did there is I plugged in that negative 5. Now I'll simplify that and find out that my hole will exist at negative 9 divided by negative 3. Negative 9 divided by negative 3 is positive 3. Negative 9 divided by negative 3 is positive 3. So I'll have a hole at that location there. Now the other discontinuity, the negative 2, will be a vertical asymptote. For my horizontal asymptote, what I would do is I would check out my powers. My exponents are the same here. So I'll put each DC. Exponents are the same. The DC stands for divide your coefficients. So in this case, it's 1 divided by 1, which is 1. To find my y-intercept, I will plug in 0. You could use this reduced form. You could use the standard form. Either way, it'll become negative 4 divided by 2, which is the same thing as negative 2. Finally, for zeros, you find out where the numerator would equal 0, which in this case it'll be positive 4. So at x equals 4. So now I'll go over and look at the graph.